Welcome back to my Sim Settlements 2 Let's Play. This should be the last installment in our little adventure. So we can see, just looking around, our red rocket is going to become nice and crowded. Most things are currently at tier 3. I'm going to wait until the end of this particular video to do my usual settlement recap, just so we can give it a chance to finish up. What we're going to do is go ahead and do the second of the optional quests to retrieve some more settlers to toss in here, and then we're going to go ahead and do the final quest line from the storyline that they've implemented. So, first things first, we're going to pull up the miscellaneous quests, and we're doing speak with Anton about relocating. And Anton is all the way over here in Good Neighbor, so we're just going to go ahead and check that out.
Entertainment's down the stairs. Ever been to Kill or Be Killed?
Some fine-looking weapons.
Unless you're the bartender, I'm gonna need you to get out of my face.
What's your problem?
My problem? Okay, stop me if you've heard this one. A lady walks into a bar and asks me what my problem is. Then Ham and Whitechapel toss her out, and everyone drinks happily ever after. Look, just tell me what you want. Are you lost or something? Lonely? Selling something?
Who do you think sent me?
But who? Wait a minute. Ron? No way.
That's right.
How about that? I figured he'd just taken my money and ran. Or waddled. Slithered, you know. Look, I'm sorry for being a jerk before. I wasn't exactly expecting good news to come walking through the door. Any door, really, but even less so in a place like this. Here's what I need. I have a sister, Audra. She's a good girl, but gullible, you know? She's fallen in with a raider gang, common rad trash led by a guy named Knox. They've been filling her head with chems and God knows what other kind of ideas. And I won't allow my sister to be a junkie. I can't. She's better than that. This family is better than that. And she's all the family I got left. I've tracked them to the Harbor Master Hotel. Ever seen it? It's a trash heap. Suitable enough for scum like Knox. But not for Audra. Come with me. Help me get my sister back. Please.
I have some questions first.
Ask him then.
Do you need to come with me now?
Yes. When Audra gets like this, she needs me to remind her of what's important. To me, to her, and to this family. I won't cramp your style or get in your way, but I will be there when we go to do this. I have to be.
So, where do I come in?
Look, I'm better at building doors than kicking them down, all right? I'm not a fighter. People like them survive the waste by taking what honest men earn, and then needling their veins until the insanity of it all starts to fade. People like them aren't worth saving. But Audra is. I just can't do that on my own.
Who are these guys? Raiders?
Degenerate scum. Not one of them would know an honest day's work or an honest man's worth. And this Knox, he's poisoning Audra's mind. If these animals want to wallow in shit and waste their lives, that's one thing. But my sister knows better than to lie down with filth. Once we get her mind clear, she'll remember that. I'll make sure of it.
What did she do?
Audra's a smart kid, but only when her head is clear. And I'll be honest, in the past she's needed frequent reminders of why that's so important. She ran away from me about 2 weeks ago. And this time is going to be the last time. That much I know for sure.
I don't have any more questions. What's in it for me?
For starters, I'll put a pile of caps in both your hands when this is all over. My family's done well for itself, and I'll keep it together at any Mom and Pop, God rest them, taught us everything they knew before they passed on. We get Audra away from Nox, she'll get her head clear, and the two of us will build whatever you need whenever you want.
So,
All right, I'll follow your lead. And look, I really appreciate what you're doing for me, but don't underestimate these guys. And Audra, well, let's just keep her safe. She never could manage that on her own.
So with that, we start the quest Gray Matters and head to the Harbor Master Hotel. I'm getting a skeevy vibe off this guy, so we'll be interested to see his sister's side of the story. The Harbor Master is over here, which is actually really close to another quest I have, which is the brewing machine. So if you look, they're both right next to each other. So on the way back, that's a good one to finish up. So we will head on over there and see what's going on at the hotel. Okay, here we are, just showing up at the hotel. Gotta clear some raiders here. Let's see. Nothing interesting there. Okay, so let's head into the hotel itself.
Place looks empty. Let's take a look around, see if we can figure out where they went.
Alright, let's see what clues and usable junk we can find.
Disgusting. My sister's not gonna live like this anymore.
Nothing there. Requires terminal. CLOS.
I'm through.
There we go. I was the match. But terminal's not working. So can't use that. Let's see what else we have.
No idea how we're gonna find anything in all this.
You and me both, Anton.
That's it.
Alright, let's see. Looks like we just go ahead and try the elevator.
Jesus. If Mom and Pops could see the mess Audra was in, they'd... Well, they'd do what they always did. Wait for me to clean it up.
Awful severe for such a loving brother. Exit out to the waterfront. Locked door.
Got it.
And this is just a whole mess of weird. But I do love giddy up buttercups. Alright, let's see what's behind door number 2. After we loot whatever's over here. I call it a good day on account of the stash of chems we found and the caravan coming close enough to get food from, but it ended on an anxious note. Audra went into convulsions not long after we got home, scared the living daylights out of me. Turns out she decided to try Psycho for the first time without telling me. I got her through it with a dose of Addictol, but I haven't been there. Hell, if we hadn't found any in that stash, well, no use for what-ifs now. She promised she'll tell me if she starts experimenting again. Knox. So this is the boyfriend. There we go. Audra's been sampling every possible chem we've got, and not one has worked properly on her yet. Med-X makes her hurl. Mentats make her talk so fast she sounds like she's having a hit. I'm gonna guess that should be fit. Buff out makes her dizzy, not to mention she accidentally breaks anything she lays a hand on. Latest one is Jet, and it actually seems to be working. She's coherent, can focus. She describes it as slowing down her thoughts to something she can process. No side effects that we've found so far, but we're keeping a close eye on it. After all that sampling, I was worried she may be suffering from withdrawals. I've tried to get her to take the last dose of Addictol, but she's refusing it. Just because you push buttons down with stickers doesn't mean the thought gets recorded. A billion operations existing in various states cannot be translated into yes, no without loss of data. Maybe that data is what's missing, Audra. Alrighty then. Difference, and difference is an absence that one cannot define except by the surrounding context. It does not exist and cannot exist without a vacuum to give it the shape of a brain. The words merge if there is no space between them. The difference is a symbol. I can't get this archaic piece of garbage to type. Okay. Jet seems to be the key. This is both good and bad. Good is self-evident. Bad because this means Anton will never understand or accept it. Not after our parents. He'll either force me off it or I don't know what else. But I know I couldn't stand to see the look in his eye when I'm like this. Conclusion is pretty clear. I can't go home again. So apparently she believes that her jet is helping with some kind of
in better shape than this place.
underlying medical condition. Out of the way, dog. Ugh, as worthless as real life dogs. Overdue books. So we have cabinet, liquor bottles, and some food. Okay, let's go find her brother. And we sliced our doggy in half.
Wait a minute. Anton? What the hell are you doing here?
Putting what's left of my family back together. Back away from my sister. Do it now. Do it slowly. Or my friend and I will paint the wall with whatever brains you haven't already fried.
Jesus. You're gonna kill someone. Listen, please. I know what he must have told you, but Audra, she's not a junkie. She's sick.
She's strung out. Just look at her. God knows how many chems he's got in her system.
There's nothing in her system right now. That's why we came back here. She forgot her medication.
Medication. Don't let this son of a bitch fool you. He's manipulated my sister, and now he's trying to do it to you, too.
No light. None.
Can I ask some questions?
Yeah. Sure. Sorry. I'm just... It's hard to think with a gun pointed at my head.
Oh, they certainly don't look like raiders.
Sounds like this isn't some normal group of raiders either.
Is that what he told you? Jesus, that's different. The last time Anton found us, he told the guy he hired that I was a cult leader or something. I'm not a raider, and neither are my friends. We're just people trying to do the right thing for someone we care about.
Well, if something's wrong, maybe I can help.
She's not wrong, but she is different. The jet doesn't work on her like it does you or me. For her, it slows down her thoughts to where she can understand them, make sense of them. Without it, well, she's like this. Up for days, writing on the walls, pacing the floors. She doesn't think to eat. And if we've got clean water handy, she doesn't think to bathe. I hate it, seeing her like that. But if it were up to her brother, what you're seeing right now, is how she would live the rest of her life. If you could even call it that.
If you expect me to believe you, I want proof.
If you trust your own eyes, I can give you all the proof you need. All she needs is a dose of her medicine, just a little. And it's like she's a whole different person. She keeps it in her room by the dresser. If you just let us...
Enough! I brought you here to help me get my sister back, not to stand around and watch her poison herself more than she already has.
So, sounds more reasonable to me.
Can I ask you some questions?
Some. You can ask me some questions. You can ask me a number of questions, but some is not a number until you made a specified sum. You can do that. You can look at me and you can see something, but you can't see that, can you?
Are you alright? You seem a little jumpy.
Yikes.
But I solved for distance. No remainders but the rate. I went too slowly? No, the numbers don't work now. There are new variables and they're standing here right now. There's too many of them. Unsolved again.
Are you happy here?
Happy here because I'm not there when I'm here and can't be here when I'm there. An object in two separate distances at one time, inexplicable. Not possible. Time. Distance divided by rate. I didn't solve for time, but it happened and it keeps happening and it's mine. No subtraction. Mine.
That laugh is just creepy.
But I solved for distance. No remainders but the rate. I
Looks like
went
it's
too
recycling
slowly?
that previous one.
No, the numbers don't...
I
That's
think
all for
we're
now.
good with that. See what he
Can
has
I
to
ask
say
you
for
some
himself.
questions?
What else could you possibly need to know right now?
I have no idea what's going on here.
Audra is different, not wrong. I'm counting on you to know the difference. Don't make me regret it.
If you expect me to believe you, I want proof.
I owe you exactly as much proof as I owe him. Need me to spell out how much that is?
That sounds crazy, alright.
Listen. When you talk about my sister, my family, you watch what you say. Audra may not have much sense, but you'd be lucky to have an ounce of her smarts. And anyone who can't see a difference between the two doesn't have either.
Yeah, I don't like this guy.
Can I ask some questions?
Yeah.
I believe you.
Even if you didn't come here to do the right thing, I did. And I will. Audra, Please get behind me. Now.
Yep. Oh, so many of my employers end this way.
Thank you for... Wait. Audra? She hates gunfire. She must have run to her room. We need to check on her and make sure she wasn't hurt.
Alright, let's see what her brother... Nope, nothing interesting. Head back up to the room. Just goes to show, never pull the gun on the guy you hired to kill people. Here, okay, have to wait for this.
Place to give a cleaning bot a heart attack.
Okay, come on. Dog
Hey.
needs to stop getting in
Wait
people's
there.
way.
Hey,
Shoot.
hold position.
Gotcha. I'll keep an eye out.
Okay, let's load.
Here.
Hey. Wait there. Hey,
What you got?
hold position.
Gotcha. I'll keep an eye out.
Narrow corridor, some pathing issues. Best to leave the good people behind.
What
There we go.
happened? Knox? How did I get here?
Don't mind me while I take all your
Who
bottle
is
caps.
this? Is everything all right?
Better than all right. Our new friend here made sure of that.
Wait, I remember there was a shooting in Anton. Oh no. He's dead, isn't he? He must be. He's not kicking down the door.
I'm sorry. He just showed up. And it all went so quickly and I...
It's all right. Well, it will be. I thought I'd finally gotten far enough away from home, but I should have realized he'd never stop looking. I don't know how you got wrapped up in all of this, and I don't really remember what happened in the... But I do know my brother, and I know you did what to do.
Which was pasted to the wall with his
For
brains.
what it's worth. It was the right thing to do. Even if my brother didn't see that. Even if he couldn't.
How are you feeling?
Thanks to you, I'm feeling, well, like me. But Anton, after our parents died, he was never the same.
What happened?
Kim's dad OD'd first, then Mom a year later. Guess it runs in the family. Makes it hard for me to blame my brother for, well, anything, really. I won't lie and say that I never got high, but the first time I tried Jet, it was like a whole world came into focus. Days didn't blur into weeks, months anymore. It didn't feel like I was high. It felt like I was here. Really here for the first time. That's when I realized all those chems I'd been doing, I was looking for the right medication. So I started dosing with Jet. Anton couldn't handle it. He kept saying he wanted his sister back, like he never noticed.
You'll have to explain what's going on.
People don't know what it's like. Feeling cornered in your own mind. Trying to shut out the voices and the visions and the unrealness of it all. Once I learned I could live without all of that, it made it so much harder to be pulled back in. I wish Anton had gotten that. Even if I understand why he didn't.
I'm sorry about all this.
You couldn't have known. My brother was always a dichotomous thinker. See a problem, solve a problem. Black and white, nothing in between. It gave him focus like you can't imagine. But sometimes it made life hell for me. Him, too, I suppose.
Would you be interested in coming to work for me?
You know what? Yeah, I think I would. What do you say, Knox? Want to help me pay back our new friend for everything she's done for me?
For both of us. Hell yes, I do.
Before we head out, I'd like to take my brother home and rest him on the hill next to our folks. I can get there and back in a day or two's time. After that, we're at your disposal. And listen, thank you.
Alright, you're heading to our red rocket.
Yes?
And let's see if we can get, let's see, ask, so the Ron about his shop, and he'll eventually tell you about his recruitment services. He can help you track down people who are in need of help or a new home for a price. Alright, let's scan Aura. She's going to be our caravaner. High strength, perception, and endurance, and agility. Not sure if that helps, but it can't hurt. And Nox. Strength, perception, endurance, agility is his best, so we'll have to decide where to stick him. Not a bad little farmer. And once he gets back to our camp, we'll set him there. Alright, so I'm going to finish up the brewing buddy and then meet these two at our base to make sure they're assigned properly, and then it's off for the final part of the quest.
Right, wrong, black.
We are back at Jake's, continuing on where there's smoke. I have no radio to listen to. Let's see what Jake has to say.
Hey,
Hey, good timing. I was just about to try establishing a radio connection with an ASAM.
so, how are you gonna do that?
With a little ingenuity and a big pair of jumper cables. You remember when we patched in the receiver module, right? Well, I'm about to try something similar using the comm hub's transmitter and a frequency amplifier. If those parts still work, we'll have real-time two-way communication between the hub and any ASAM sensor.
Parts?
That's right. The comm hub's transmitter and frequency amplifier. Right now, we're running off the ones installed in the Vault hub. They ain't that advanced, and their range is fairly limited.
Why is that so important?
Real-time communication within and between our settlements would really speed up how fast they can grow and expand.
Sounds good.
All right. I've patched in the parts we need, but I think we're gonna need more power for this. So I'm gonna head down to Plutonium Well, boost its output a little. Whilst I'm doing that, it'd be really helpful if you could try tuning in the hub for me.
What exactly do I have to do?
Don't worry, it won't be difficult. All you need to do is tune in the hub until you find the right frequency. It'd be as easy as finding a radio station on your Pip-Boy.
Sure, I can do that.
Great. Just sit yourself down at the Vault hub. Keep turning the frequency knob until you get a clear signal. Then just sit back and wait for my return. Okay, won't be long.
So one thing with this is you can't have any extended dialogue mods installed. They interfere with this whole tune up, tune down piece. I had some installed when I tried it the first time, and it wouldn't let you tune properly. So now we just try and find a station. And what have we found here? That's not an ASAM.
Command, this is Golf
Who are
Romeo
you?
1. What the? Who is this? How'd you get on this frequency? You're disrupting gunner communications. Do you know what kind of trouble that can get you in? You better tell me how you're doing this, and fast.
Well, considering the number of you I've killed, it's not that bad.
I don't know.
Don't bullshit me. Civilian gear ain't able to broadcast on this frequency. What kind of hardware are you using? Where are you broadcasting from?
Yeah. What do you want to know?
A civilian shouldn't have the kind of equipment that could disrupt our comms. I repeat, what kind of hardware are you using? Where are you broadcasting from? Given the strength of your signal, you can't be far. Once we're done with our op, shouldn't take too long to find you. Don't go anywhere.
Uh-oh. This can't be good.
No, it can't.
Darling! I got back as fast as I could.
You listen to the radio?
Yeah, I overheard the whole thing on my Pip-Boy. The hub's broadcast frequency. It must be similar to the one the gunners use. Or at least close enough to cause disruptions. This is not good. We really don't want the gunners' attention on us. We definitely don't want them sniffing around the comm hub. This is not good.
Whatever it is, we can handle it.
The gunners are a mercenary group. Guns for hire. Huh. Never thought about it before, but I guess that explains their name. Anyway, they ain't exactly the nicest bunch of people you'd run across. If they could find a reason to mess with you, they'll do it.
Gunners. All firepower, no finesse.
By broadcasting on their comm frequency, we've probably piqued their curiosity. They'll want to know what kind of tech we're using. They may even try and take it. I don't think we could afford to let the gunners come here.
You're right. We take the fight to them.
Whoa, wait, I'd rather not fight them if we don't have to. Maybe I could talk to them. Convince them to leave us alone. Hold on. I think I could find where they're radioing from. Alright. Looks like they were somewhere northeast of Olivia. Well, guess I should go check it out. Try to find these gunners, and see if I could reason with them. Although, kinda nervous. Used to dealing with raiders and your typical wasteland critters. But gunners, they're different. They're organized.
Can you tell me about them?
The gunners, they're mercs. But not really. I mean, they do take contracts, and they're good at their job. But they don't really behave like typical mercenaries. They're more like a military group. Only I couldn't tell you who or what they're fighting for. They've been making waves recently around the Commonwealth. Causing a lot of trouble for a lot of people.
Don't worry. I've got your back.
You'll help? Thanks. I feel better already. Here, let me update your map. There. The gunners were somewhere near one of those markers. But I don't know which one for sure. We'll have to check each of them. Alright, lead on and I'll follow. Let's see if we can talk these gunners into leaving us alone.
Alright, so let's go and find ourselves a gunner patrol. Looks like the easiest way is to take 10 Pines. It's too closer to there. Alright, so let's find this first location.
Gunners here. Must be somewhere else.
And what do we have here?
My God. I know this place. I gave him ASAMs. What the hell happened here?
That's close enough. Who are you?
Whoa, easy there. Easy. We're not looking for trouble. Why don't you just put that gun down and we could talk?
Why are you here?
We're just looking for some gunners. That's all.
Gunners? You with the gunners?
Whoa, now, I said we're not looking for trouble. Darling, a little help here?
Look, all I need is for you to put down the gun. Then we can talk this through.
Mine goes down when his goes down.
Okay, that's fair. See? Putting it away.
All right. Assuming you're not gunners, why were you looking for them?
We were hoping to discuss something with them.
Huh. Well, I doubt you'll get much of a response, but if you want to strike up a conversation, go ahead. I believe that one was the leader.
What happened here?
Yeah, I'd like to know that myself. If you don't mind us asking, what went down here? And who are you?
Gunner expansion. They tried to seize this place. Locals resisted. Maybe even fought back. You can see the results for yourself. By the time I arrived, it was too late to help anyone. So I found a concealed position on the overpass and administered a little wasteland retribution.
Sounds like you did the right thing.
I did the just thing. Don't know how right it was.
You still haven't told us who you are, or what you're doing here.
I'm Aiden, and without sounding too melodramatic, I hunt down gunners. Been on this squad's trail for a week. This is the 4th settlement they've hit.
Why? What's this all about?
Gunners have been unusually active lately, laying claim to territory all over the Commonwealth. This settlement was just the latest conquest. Saying that, this place used to just be a solitary hut. I've no idea how they built up so damn fast. Sudden growth must have been what made them a target.
Sudden growth? Oh no. Don't tell me the gunners attacked this place because I gave them ASAMs.
What? The hell you talking about?
They're these little sensor things. Help people build stuff. I've been providing them months now.
Huh. Then this attack was your fault.
Hey! Just wait a minute. You better watch what you say, mister.
Harsh.
That's not fair.
Whether it was intentional or not, you made them a target.
You can't blame me for what the gunners did. Folks deserve the opportunity to make a better life for themselves. And I don't appreciate some jumped-up vigilante accusing me of... Whoa, wait. You don't need to...
Reinforcements. Hope you can fight.
This was a pretty hard fight on survival difficulty, so we'll see.
I'd do the same.
Mobs keep spawning. At least they're not as tough as the last time. Let's see. Re-armor. Let's grab some sturdy while we're at it. Before I forget where I killed all these people. even more of these assholes. I know I've got both arms. Oop, another one spawned. Alright, went a lot better this time. Let's loot all the corpses we can still find. Let's see, we have chest and right arm, so left arm. Okay, that's all we needed, so I don't actually need that one. And we'll keep up on the aluminum. Let's see, ammo, okay.
You handled yourselves well.
Yeah, well, felt the need to blow off a little steam after someone accused me of causing what happened here.
Not gonna let that go, are you? Say what you like about them, but the Gunners run a tight operation. Sooner or later they'll figure out what happened here. Chances are you and your partner will be flagged as persons of interest.
Oh, great. That's precisely the kind of thing we came here to avoid.
You can expect more Gunner attention from now on, so watch your backs. They'll give you even more trouble than they give me.
Can you tell me about your trouble with the Gunners?
Where would I even begin? We have history. That's all you need to know.
Is there a way I can communicate with them?
You could try, but I wouldn't advise it. At this point, you put too many of them down. They're not going to be interested in hearing your side of the story. Best thing would be to just lay low.
So what are you gonna do now?
I'm leaving, and so should you. There's no guarantee more reinforcements aren't en route.
Yeah, well, nice meeting you.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, and cut the charity with those sensors. They're just chum in the water.
You think he's really gone?
What's got you so riled up?
You heard what that guy said? That this was all my fault? You don't think he was right, do you? That giving these people ASAMs made them a target? That I'm responsible for bringing the Gunners here?
You can't blame yourself.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It's not like I can control what the Gunners do. I'm just glad that Aiden fella's gone. There's something about that guy that rubbed me the wrong way. Maybe it was the gun that he pointed at my head. And I'm not sure I trust his version of events regarding what went down here.
Why don't you believe his story?
I'm not sure. Just something about it didn't sit right.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, I know this may seem odd, but I think I want to stay here for a while. We may have stopped these Gunners coming to Concord, but in doing so, we might have dug ourselves into an even deeper pit. I need to think things over. Maybe come up with a new plan of action for us. Or at the very least, reevaluate how we're doing things now.
Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back.
I won't be here long. Come find me at the hardware store later. And stay safe out there, alright? If anything happened to you, well, just stay safe.
Alright, so that is actually the end of this portion of the quest. And as of right now, there is no continuation for it. So that will bring Season 1 of my Sim Settlements Let's Play to a close. We'll go ahead and review the status of not Sanctuary, the Red Rocket, and go over a couple things there, and we'll be done. Okay, so we are back, and just as I was starting this up, I got this notification. Just as someone had upgraded one of their farms. So I've got multiple farms running multiple different levels of the agricultural plots, and apparently I've picked up enough to now generate a advanced farm. Advanced farms require settlers with skilled endurance to work them, so that goes back to scanning the people and seeing what level their stats are at. So what this means is I can replace older plots with advanced farms, and they will be able to produce more food. So I can start maybe looking at replacing some of the older plots with these more advanced farms and begin cutting down on certain things. So that's good to notice. We're not sure 100% sure what the unlocks take. Obviously it just takes a certain number, or maybe a certain number at a certain level of farms, at least to do the advanced farms. For the other things, we'll have to wait and see as we play, and that probably won't be until the second season. But yes, this was a nice surprise just as I logged in. So we are at Red Rocket for the last time. Having completed all of the quests, I just wanted to take a little tour. So I was able to remove one of the houses I had over here, and that's just because I've got these double or triple or quadruple houses. For example, take a look at this one. This is a level 2 multi-person home. Level 2s can hold 3 people. You can see it absorbs 2 power, 2 food, and 2 water for each person, and 1 defense.
Yes?
So I think this all looks very nifty. Now, I've had this settler working a farm and training in endurance. So this is a basic settler. So they started off with very little in the way of stats. So you can see 2s and 1s, and 2 or 3 is probably where endurance was, but now they're up to 6, which is considered skilled. So this person could, in fact, work one of those skilled, those advanced plots.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
Now this is a level 3 multi-tier. And you can see at level 3, there's 4 people in here. So it's absorbing a lot more power, water, and defense. So that's the problem, is these things level up. They really require a lot of maintenance.
Minimal bloodstains, all bullet holes patched up. Only the best armor here.
So the fact that Franklin's yelling about armor probably means that he would make a better person to run our level 3 armor bench here. So that's kind of cool. I think because he's in the settlement, he's picking up on it.
Also kind of fun.
So let's see. Sometimes these wall ones are pain to focus on. So this is level 3. Takes up, it's actually providing defense as an armor long and sucking up power.
Just feeling the sound. Because we can't take a bigger attack.
Now, this place is packed, so it may get a little stuttery here and there. Outside, real quick, you can hear all of the turrets I have set up to reach my martial goals. We have ourselves our little trade caravan piece. So you can see this sucks up a lot of defense. But these are extremely advantageous because they serve the purpose of connecting your settlements. So we can come in here, show supply lines, and every settlement that has a caravan station becomes linked, and that's important for that building material and scrap and everything storage. So not only does it link the actual workbench scrap that you put in there, but it combines all of the industrial buildings capacities into one so that they can share all of that for building. So for instance, this particular location has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 industrial locations, and that means everyone else can feed off of it. So let's look inside here. Looking pretty neat. Now, as a level, this is a level 3 relaxation plot. You can see it's generating 130 happiness and really only absorbing power. The main advantation of this, at level 3, 3 people use it.
Any new stories?
And then this is my gym. This is for endurance training. I have all 3 of my farmers using this. This one sucks up a fair amount of food and water because they obviously need to eat and drink more. I'm still running a lot of extra generators because I haven't unlocked advanced generators yet. Same with water, but I only have 1 thing of water power. I do have extra water, actually, now that I think about it. I have these 2 water generators while I'm waiting for advanced ones to unlock. So if I look at the water generator here, I'm getting 53. And these numbers are dependent upon the people using them as far as generating stuff. So water uses perception, I believe. So the higher perception, the more water you'll get out of it. These are all our level 3 crop. And we can actually see the differences in... So this produces 16, whereas this only produces 14 because that person has a lower endurance, which is the key stat for the farming. And this opened correctly for a change, so we can actually see along the left I've got all my bars except for social activities capped out. And that's because I don't have a lot of social stuff, so that would be my recreation plots and hobbies like the training and whatnot. On the right we can see we have a caravan network linked, so the caps and the construction pool is shared between every single one, like I was mentioning. And we can really easily see all of that. If we fly up above, we can see that our level 3 multi-person house is here. Has 4 people in it. As it's level 3, it doesn't need anything. We have our level 3 power. The important thing with the powers is you have municipal grid pylon, or the other equivalent one that's a small one you can attach to a wall. So that's under power here. So this or this, you only need 1 for your entire settlement, no matter how many power stations you have. But you can see I'm producing 86 power from this one building, and a lot of that has to do with the intelligence of the person I put in it. But yeah, so you have to have this, and then everything feeds off of that one tower. We have our rare materials gathering in here. I have a social in here, so this produces happiness. Probably why everyone's crowding it. And then we have all of our residences in the other 3 spots in this little building I made. Now, is he in here? No. So, a lot of the named characters that you run across in Fallout anyway, and can be coerced into coming into your settlement, have a higher stat line. For instance, the Vault Tech sales rep has a very high intelligence. Surprisingly enough, it is higher than his charisma, which salesperson you would think charisma. So that's why he is currently assigned to my generator station. But yes, so you can see all the VR stuff is working here. This location right now still apparently needs food, despite my food bar being maxed in order to level up, which just means that the quantity isn't high enough. I'm guessing while I am meeting all of my needs, I am not meeting the needs for this to increase. So what we're going to do, we're going to take one of my lowest performing plots here, and we're going to scrap it. let's go ahead and take a look under agricultural now that we have those advanced plots. Apparently we don't, unless they're hidden under a different menu. How do we get advanced? Oh, I bet I know. Hold on. Completely forgot that what this actually will be is an advanced farm under the regular. So since the advanced farms reset, as far as I know anyway, the level, I would have to scrap that anyway, and sometimes there's a leftover, so that terraformer plot, we just have to get rid of that. Alright, so we're gonna lay this down relatively close to the one we were working with. Wait for it to generate. That farmer person's the only person who doesn't have a job right now, so they will automatically jump at this. So we're going to come here, set this, choose plan. We have several advanced, so all I'm going to do is tell it I want an advanced farm. It'll fill in the rest by picking one of the advanced ones. Now this will only be a level 1 once it's built. And we just have to wait for that to construct itself. Obviously our food level's going to take a hit though.
Let's get this place cleaned up. That was closer than I'd like. We get to live to fight another day.
Yeah?
Visitors are controlled through sim settlements. Oh, that's right. She was over here. At least last time we saw her. Everyone's super happy here, so they get really chatty. Oh, that was hilarious if you didn't hear that. His statement was, it's the best choice, it's Martian's choice, which is from the space game that Black Site Studios, I think it is, did. That's funny. In that, it's Spacer's choice. I forget the name of the game. There we are. Construction costs, pay and build. Hopefully they'll start building here. Now, with buildings that have multiple occupants, you can actually hear and track all of them. So, for instance, I want to make sure where that person is and if they're assigned correctly. There she is. So, things run fairly slow sometimes, so she probably just hasn't. Yeah, see, they're in the process of assigning themselves, maybe. Oh, not yet. So let's force that. And then, yep, there we go. Sometimes you have to prod it to kick it off, especially with a build of a settlement that's this large. Now, once you're done tracking, you can either come in and turn off the tracking from there, or if you just repeat the process to turn it on, it'll turn it back off again.
We won. Why is everyone so pale? Oh wow, that was close.
So we'll just let her go ahead and do her thing.
Just wanted to say thanks to you and Jake. It made a real positive change out here.
And then it'll just be waiting for timing grade for the plot to upgrade itself. But you have to be careful replacing non-standard plots with the advanced types, because you don't want to dip your levels too far and prevent upgrades from occurring. Yeah, so this is our settlement. Hopefully we'll have season 2 at some point, and we will return to the world of Sim Settlements 2, but for now it's the end of the first season of our Let's Play. Thank you for anyone who's watching. I know this isn't everyone on my channel's particular interest, but I enjoy it, so I will be starting this up again as soon as they release the next part of the quest. Thanks for watching.